Difficult to do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way. There we go. There we go. I think that's centered. And let's see what we got coming in here. Thought I'd do the live stream a little bit differently. People have been asking about some of the gear, so let's fire this up so that I can at least see the chat at the minimum. Should be good to go. Should be good to go. Let's see what's coming in. Come on, internet. There we go. Should be good to go. There we go. Now I should be able to see the chat. Live chat. There we go. And let me push a couple more buttons here and there. I didn't expect this little cable to be in the way so much. It's really, the battery's falling out of it and everything. This is not good. This is not good, folks. I need a duct tape patch. I'm still here. All right. You guys can't see that, but the battery's actually hanging out of this darn phone right now. I'm gonna throw a little duct tape on it until I can do a proper fix on it. I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit. There we go. All right. It looks like something just happened. Something just happened. Connecting. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Give it a second. It's just the way this clamp that I'm using, it likes to interface with the phone when I crank it down too hard. And that way it doesn't fly all over the place. Hopefully it won't come back on again. You're killing me. Let's try that. Let's try that right there. All right. Let's see here. Is this thing moving again? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So it's running now. Live stream. Okay, if you on YouTube. All right. There's four people watching. Check in, guys. I see you, Stray Kitten. Give me a second. I'm doing some technical stuff here. I'm still here. It is not frozen. Give me a second. Post. Come on, post. Hey, what's up, Deanna? I'm still here, guys. Give me a second. All right. Who's sending me a Facebook message? That's just wrong. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Okay. All right. So looks like we've got 3 or 4 of you in here. You know, I might actually need to put my damn glasses on. This setup is really bad, but I'm going to try and use it. I couldn't use my my tiny rig, but I was able to get this phone rigged up to the laptop. So guys, I am here. This is a real thing. Well, what I wanted to do tonight was just kind of hang out a little bit and kind of do a little bit of gear opening, a little bit of gear reviews, things like that. I think it's a good idea. It's completely unscheduled and something that I just kind of like, yeah, let's just do this. Let's just turn this on. If you want to know some stuff, put it in the chat. You know what? Let me pop this chat out. Let me pop this chat out and let me pop the chat out and make it bigger so I can actually see it. Now that didn't work. That did not work, guys. That did not work at all. What do we got here? We got Tim. Maybe if I push this out a little further and bend it down. I'm having a lot of problems with light because it's so bright. All the light is focused down here for when I do stuff. And it's just super duper bright and hard on the eyes. Maybe if I turn that one off. Oh, that's so much better. That's so much better. So who do we got in here? We got Stray Kitten. We got Deanna. We got Tim Huther. Prepping on. Yes, bonus, obviously. Obviously, man. Bonus, always for you guys. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It's greatly appreciated. Tonight I'm drinking a little bit of apple brandy with my giant ice cube in a fancy glass. So, it is Friday night. Hopefully you guys are doing some other stuff. So you've got your choice to start off with. I can either do an unboxing of a brand new survival kit that I picked up from Walmart. No, I do not work there. Or I can actually do it's not really an unboxing because it's out of its box. Let's see here. Shalom Fishing here. There you go. Hopefully you're catching something, right? Or I can do the Refuge Medical belt kit. Which do you guys prefer? What two would you like to see first? Oh. What two would you like to see first? There's that one. And then there's that one. I was going to do like a gear review on this one. I may still do it. I'm definitely still going to do a gear review on this because this deserves its own video. Also, how is my sound? How is my sound? Batshit Crazy, what's going on, Broseph? What's going on? You guys are going to have to let me know in the chat because obviously I cannot hear you thinking aloud. Let's see. I need to change. Let me change something on this real quick, guys. I'm trying to. It's really hard on my eyes because it's like it's white. Or it's light colored, should I say. And I'm trying to remember, it's like it's in settings. I need to change it to a dark background. I think it's in privacy. I've got a subscriptions, live chat, playback performance, notifications, account. They make it so hard to find. Maybe it's in advanced settings. That is not right. That is so not right. Let's see here. Desktop notifications, Chrome subscriptions. Whoa, that is not working. I hate these finger things. You know what? Search YouTube. We're gonna search YouTube for dark. We're just gonna dark matter, dark screen, dark screen. I don't think that's gonna work. That is not even close to being right. All right, let me how to change no, it's going to be dark mode on YouTube. Dark mode on YouTube. And then once I get this, guys, this is my last setup, and then we'll get to these. Hopefully you guys put which one you want to go first in the chat. Let's see here. More from the YouTube app. No. On the YouTube website, click your profile picture in the top right corner, then select appearance and choose dark theme. Okay, fair enough. I knew it was easy. I knew it had to be easy. Click my picture, appearance, and dark theme. And there it goes. There it goes. All right, so let me get back to the chat. Where are you guys at now? I think I might have actually jumped off you. That's all right. Okay, view the video. Come on now. You can do it. There, YouTube's. There we go. Now I can see the chat clear as day. Clear as day. All right, so looking at the YouTube there. Sounds good. 5x5. I do not see which one do you guys want to do first? Let me know in the comments which one you want to do first. We can do the Ozark Trails 10-in-1 Survival Kit, or we can do the Refuge Medical Belt Kit. Belt kit. This is basically a trauma kit, and this is just a survival kit. In the chat, Ozark Trail. There it is, Tim. Asking you shall receive. All right, so let me get this out of here. Let's open this puppy up. I have had this open once before, and the gear kind of like tries to fly out of it. That's almost like a no-no for me, because if you actually had to use this thing, you wouldn't want gear to like come flying out of it. It's really overstocked. Hey, what's up, Ian? What's up? God, how do I use my mouse to like make things bigger, and I just can't figure that out. All right, anyway, so let's go ahead and pop this puppy open. Black on black. All right, open this up. Ironically, the kit itself is interesting because it is made with, I guess this is good plastic, but the seam on it seems a little weak right here. But it's got 4 clips all the way around, so it's like you're not going to get one of those. Boop. Let's see here. Are you on top chat? I am on top chat. Give me a second here. Thank you very much. I was in live chat earlier, but I tried to pop it out and make it bigger, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Hey, what's up, Rose? Okay, so opening this puppy up, the styrofoam. I don't know. It's styrofoam. What are you going to do, right? I think it's as good as can be expected. We got some styrofoam. We got ourselves. This is supposed to be a 10-in-1 kit. Got ourselves a carabiner plastic. No one wants this plastic shit. All right, carabiner is probably not load bearing. It probably says right on the side of it. Do not go over 50 pounds. Not for climbing. Not for climbing. But it is a carabiner, and some people like to have them. That one snapped right back to where it belongs. I can feel the spring, and it feels kind of clunky. But hey, it's a free carabiner, right? Use it to make a laundry soap, or I don't know, do something with it. We got the Ozark Trail whistle. These whistles are actually very loud. I gave away a buttload of these at Prepper Camp one year. What you've got to look out for is, because of the way these are made, is what they do is they just start with a cylinder and then they flatten it, right? And then they drill 2 holes down the length of it, right? And then they cut these little whistle slots out for whistle 1 and whistle 2, so it's double whistle, right? So it's really loud, but a lot of people don't know this. The whistle stops working after a while because for some reason, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it, to be honest with you. If you look, those 2 holes down there, they just fill that with like a silicone, okay? And that's what stops the air from going through the thing and actually going out the blowholes. It's not a bad thing, but if your whistle ever starts acting stupid, that's all it is. You just need to jam more stuff up inside of it. That's really all it is. We got ourselves a little saw. I will keep it in the plastic because I don't want this thing going everywhere. It does seem pretty rigid. I don't even want to take it out. It's not flexing at all. It's kind of, if you ever have one of these little wire saws, just check for rigidity. If you like twist it and it's like super flexible, it's not rigid at all, like right here it's rigid, then it's likely not going to do very, very good work for you. So I would say 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Let's see here. I have the carabiner with hook. Forgot what it's called. The carabiner with a hook. That sounds like a, do I need my glasses on for this? This is, oh man, it's getting harder and harder to read this chat. It's so, because it's, this is not, I was hoping to be able to use this chat, but I can't like make it bigger. I want to make it bigger. Does anybody know how to like make a web page bigger? Like normally I just like hold down Control and then like roll my mouse wheel. You know what? Let's try this. It's not working. No, that's not working. That's not working. Well, that definitely didn't work. Let's try this. Nope, that's not working at all. I've done it accidentally before, but on these touch pads, I really wish I had a mouse connected to this so I could make the chat bigger, but I do not, so I'll just have to struggle. It's the Gear Aid container with hook. Gotcha. The Giggly Saw works well on small to medium straight bones used a lot in surgery. Yes, very true. A lot of people don't know that, but all right. So the next thing in here is actually one of these little card. It's the size of a credit card. This one's actually kind of thick compared to the other ones that I have. It's got a little bit of paracord on it. Actually, this is bank line. This isn't even paracord. This is nylon bank line. This is similar to the yellow stuff or the yellow green stuff that I buy at Walmart instead of 550 cord. It's got your bottle opener. It's got your wrench tools. It does the blade. It does have a cutting edge on it, but it's not super sharp. Got your bottle, got to measure some stuff. I mean, it's a tool. It's a tool. So it is what it is. What else we got in here? We got our emergency blanket, the Showtime emergency blanket. Yeah, typical 50-cent emergency blanket. Nothing fancy about this whatsoever. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. You've definitely got to have the paracord, the ginormous. Hey, if you've ever worn one of these out of the box and it actually fits, put a one in the comment. This is the ginormous paracord survival, and I'm a full size man. I'm 5'9", 200 pounds. I'm not tiny. So, but I'll put this on my wrist and show you how badly they design these things. So look. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, just kind of hang out, do a little hippie stuff? I mean, maybe get some beads on there or whatever. They always make these things too big. But this one, so in order for you to make this smaller, I won't say it's easy and I won't say it's hard, but you basically have to undo some of the braiding. It's that easy. And unfortunately, most of the braiding on this end has to be taken all the way down to this end, shrank, and then rebraided all the way up. So I'm not a real fan of these kind of. I mean, hey, it's paracord, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Where does the frickin' Sasquatch anklet? It does have the ferro rod on it. These things do work. That they don't work well. I can tell you that right now. They don't work well. It's making some baby sparks. Maybe I'll save myself with this little bitty ferro rod that wants to kind of work. I don't know. It's got a little compass on it. It's not bad. It's floating. It moves. It's not perfect, but it's something. And it does have a survival whistle on it. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. It's definitely something. I don't think this is something that I would care about. What do we got? We've got the bottle holder. If you guys never seen one of these, you can. Some of them are good. Some of them aren't. I don't use them because you'll end up losing your bottle a lot of times. So what you do is you just unclip this. You put it over your bottle. It goes down underneath that little flange right there, and then you clip it back on, and now your bottle. But then when you clip it, it's like, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like that. So what a lot of people don't know is that you need to do this backwards, like so, and then clip it on, and then hang it, and now you actually have like something with a little bit more support. And it's not really designed to do this either way. I've always thought this was stupid. They should have like another piece of fabric that gives you the ability to hang it straight up and down. But this is what it is. If you guys have never seen one, that's how it works. Let's see, carabiner. I can't spell. I got you, Straight Kid. Woo! All right, so we've got that going on there. It did come with a ferro rod and striker. Hate the plastic. See, as usual, it's not long enough. I mean, you can't. It's difficult to get a good throw. See, look at the distance on this, all the way to here, and then I mean, it's enough, right? If you try to use these edges, a lot of times they're not flat enough. That's why they put this beveled edge on this here, so you can actually like get it. See, it's not. You can't. There we go. So this is not that bad, but it's not. So what I would normally do when I get a ferro rod like this is I will actually put a longer piece of paracord on here. That way I can actually get like a full throw, or I can do it the way off my foot where I pull it backwards instead of forwards. I'm pulling the ferro rod backwards. It really depends on how you're using it, to be honest with you. So you've got that. And then the one thing I really like about these stupid little kits that that this company makes, this Ozark Trails, they make halfway decent flickers. That's pretty darn good for a $10 knife. It does have the standard leaf lock inside of it, so it's no worse than anything else. It does flick right open. It does have a little bit of gimping up here on the top, but I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about. I do not like the way they thin the top of the blade. It weakens the blade, and there's no reason for it to be this thin. I mean, I think they do it just for aesthetics, so that they can give like the slight appearance of. This is almost like the tip of a Marine Corps fighting knife, basically. But I also don't like the way they double cut this, where it's a blade and it's a non-serrated and serrated. And it's great that you can like chew through something, but you're not sawing anything with this little bitty. I mean, you're just not going to do anything with that tool. But like I said, you know, the benefits is it's a good flicker. It really is. It does come out almost, it stays locked. You can tell, like, see, it just tried to pop out, you know, so as long as you've got, I don't know if I'd use this in my pocket simply because of that. But it does want to come out. So if you're into that stuff, then you're golden. Also, it does have a seatbelt cutter on it, as well as a window breaker. So like I said, a $10 knife, all those features, I will not complain. If it's going to live in this box, 0 complaints will be issued. So there is that. Now let's see if we can jam all of that back inside of here. That's the real trick, is when you open up one of these cases like this, sometimes, even if you remember how it all went inside here, sometimes you just can't close the case because they just make the case just big enough to get the stuffs inside of it. I already feel like this is not going to work, but we're going to try. We're going to try our best to make this, you know, maybe if I stick some stuff under there like that. Maybe we stick that right there. I'm just trying to imagine that case closing as easy as possible. I'm going to turn this like this so the whistle's not poking outwards. Maybe we throw that there. Yeah, to just feel like, now we're going to put this here and we'll put this stuff like right here maybe. Yeah, that'll work. That'll definitely work. And then we're just going to try and like close this to see what happens. Because like I was telling you before, I've had this open before, but it's like, it doesn't want to. It's like it pretends like stuff is inside the groove and won't let you latch it. But then when you're looking, there's nothing there. There we go. All right. And then I guess the last few things are the outside. Is this thing going to close? And then the last few things on the outside of the case, it actually has the little string me up thingies. I don't know what these. What would you call these things, guys? What do you think the technical terms for these things are? Inquiring minds want to know. But this is where I would tie something up if I wanted to like hang it. So that is the Ozark Trails. Where's the box? Where'd that damn box go? Did I just throw it someplace? There it is. That is the Ozark Trails 10-in-1 survival kit. Honestly, I don't even remember how much this thing cost. I just kind of saw it. It's like, I'll look at that kit. As usual, guys, no kit is perfect. You buy it. You make it your own. You make sure that it has the things in it that you want. Maybe this kit, I'll be honest with you, this kit is probably just going to get, it's probably going to just get cannibalized. It's probably just going to get cannibalized. But for right now, it's on the shelf. And 2 pieces of plastic, free. Fly away! Okay, let's see here. What else do we got here? I'm looking at the chat. Stray Again says, I have the carabiner with a hook. It's a Gear Aid carabiner with hook. Okay. Let's see here. Stray Kitten says, foul name. It's called Hero Clip, made by Gear Aid. Okay. Cool. And then Rose says, well, I guess you just have extra cordage available if nothing else. That's true. Every little piece. It's like never cut cords you don't need to cut, and never throw away cordage, you know. It's there you go. Eyelet. That is exactly what it's called, Rose. That is an eyelet. Like on a shoe or a boot, it's an eyelet, something you can pass cord through. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to take a sip of this drink because I've been talking too much. Is anybody doing anything fabulous tonight other than like listen to me talk about gear and stuff like that? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, so let's see here. The next one is going to be the Refuge Medical. This is for the tactical gear belt. Refuge Medical actually sent this to me, gave me a call, and they were like, "Oh, we'd love to send you the what is it? Oh, it's the Mini 3.0." And I was like, "Oh," and yeah, that's right. They call me, okay, and that's when I found out that we were the #1 affiliate ship for Refuge Medical. Us and that there's another guy that's he's like a super duper paramedic. I can never remember the name of his channel, but he makes excellent. He did like videos on like how to do a trach. You know, I mean, just the wildest videos. He'll tell you whether the gear is bad or not, whether he'll use it or not. But he's #2. All right, so this is going to be the belt kit in Ranger Green. Because I like green, obviously. We've got some trauma shears. We've got some penny cutters here. They do have the oxygen tank wrench, so we know that they're halfway decent. I can tell you that they're tight. You just barely, they're tight. So I don't want to break that up. We've got that going on there. On the outside pouch, we have, let's see. We have the S-Mark bandage. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you guys don't know what this is great for alternate tourniquets if you don't have a tourniquet, or if you don't have like a Schlesman's for a child. This is great. This is great for children. It's basically just a giant rubber band that you can like apply a lot of pressure with, depending on how much you crank it down or the patient that you're working on. But these work great these work great for children. Also, I love that they put this little was a QR code on here. What's it say? Learn here is guys, and hopefully this is okay. It's not. Learn how to use the Eastman bandage, the S-Mark. Learn how to use it. You click on that right there. I'm going to hold it right there in case you guys want to like do it in the future. Let me make sure it's in the camera. I think there's a slight delay. Is it too dark, too light? But yeah, if you guys ever want to do that, that's how you do it. Let's see here. It's going to teach you some stuff. They've been doing some really good educational videos that are free on their webpage. It's pretty amazing. Obviously, we've got the this is the Z-Fold cotton gauze compressed bandage. This is a 4.5 by 4.1 yards, 6 ply, serious bandage. This is a serious bandage. To give you an idea of when you compress gauze or you compress these type of what we would basically consider either a cotton or paper product. Let me give you an idea. This is how much is in it. It's like I can't even open this because it'll be done. It'll be done. I need to save this. This is an entire roll of toilet paper. Okay, to give you an idea, it's kind of difficult to give you an idea of how much gauze is inside. This is an entire roll of like I want to say this is at least 2 ply, soft for your butt paper, toilet paper. Not a joke. That's how much is inside one of these bandages. It's pretty amazing stuff. Let's see here. They say Ranger Green is better than OD Green. I'm not sure, but they didn't have OD Green, and all my gear is green. I'm trying to keep it that way. I had some Coyote gear, but you know, the funny thing is when you look at any camouflage, it's a mix of different colors. So I'm not worried if like one piece of my gear is OD green or if it's Ranger green or even if it's Coyote. It doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't contrast too much. All right, so that's everything for the outside pouch. That's everything for the outside pouch. Let's see here. And then I do love that they have this quick draw. If you guys aren't familiar with the inner workings of their pouches, they're not just like, oh, it's open, oh, let's get it out. They always have one of these quick draws, this emergency strap here, and this one is actually has a little bit of glint tape on it as well, so that you can actually like see it at night. It's not super tactical, but you just tuck it in, you know what I'm saying? And then the idea is this would be on your belt, and then you pull this, and all the stuff comes out of it. Okay, and so what do we have? And I did that very stealthily. We've got some gloves. We've got a cat. This looks like this is probably a 7. I can't tell because of where the locking tab is. This is probably a 7 because I think that's what they sell on their websites. And once I do the full review of this, then I'll actually set this tourniquet up and then shove it back in there, get it out of the plastic, get it wrapped properly. And then we've got the Halo chest seal. What do we got here? This is the combo. Let's see. Halo allows for the release of air from thorax wounds application. Okay, good. So we've got the Halo chest seal, and as you can tell, there's 2 seals inside there, 1 and 2. One has a vent, one does not. And then I think that's it. All of it. That's all of it. What I really like about all the gear that they're making for the belts is they're now setting these up instead of just being for Molly. They're setting these up for, and these straps are if you wanted to put it on your belt sideways, is what they're for. It's for doing Molly sideways, but they're setting them up for laser cut as well. If you have a laser cut belt, and that sucker's on there. There we go. If you have a laser cut belt, they've got I don't even know the name of these. I guess they're Molly's, but yeah. You just, let's see. Here we go. Clickety click, click, click. I guess maybe you lift this up. I'm going to have to look into this. I don't have any laser cut gear, so I'm going to have to do the research on this to find out if this is a press pull or if this is I bet you this is like a thing I have to lift up, but I don't want to break it. Clearly, I don't want to break it. Do we pry this up and the whole thing comes out? Oh, wait, am I doing this right, guys? I literally have I've literally never used this kind of gear before. All right, now I'm just looking stupid. So I'm going to do some research and find out how this works. But basically, this is how it's going to go on my belt, on the Molly itself. They've got the Molly backing here. So, yeah, to open. Raise tab to open. So I was doing it right. I just have the wrong tool. Here, the screwdriver will work. There we go. Raise tab to open. There we go. Ta-da! I just didn't apply. I wasn't applying enough force. I didn't want to break it. Put it in and it locks right back down. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get this snapped right up here. What's this? Why is this? What is this? Oh, because that's why. Okay. All right, but let's go ahead and get this snapped up. And, you know, this is kind of a testament to the durability of the gear. You know what I'm saying? Dan, what's going on, bro? So good to see you. Rose says, in surgery, we use it to compress and force blood out of a limb before we apply a tourniquet prior to incision, so less bleeding. That's freaking smart. That's freaking smart. You know, the more you know, that kind of thing, right? All right, this is going in there. That's going in here. We're going to do the outside pouch first, so it'll be easier to shove stuff into the big pouch. I don't, you know what? We're going to do the exact opposite, actually. Stuff going in the big pouch, like that. I think that makes sense. This is like an art form. They should give like a class on how to repack these things. Honestly, one of the old Refuge Medical for the Bear Fac, Bear actually does teach us how to repack them. I think they kind of found that out as they started selling refills for the kits. People started saving people's lives, so they started selling refills for the kits, right? And you know, so they had to like give a quick class on how to pack these things up. And it's the same one that they give to their employees on how it works. So we're going to pop all that back inside there. We're going to leave that flap so it's easy to grab. And also, you know, I don't like the way, I think it's better if I like have a flap out. We'll do this one. Let's do it this way. That way I have a flap out to like just grab instead of digging inside the pouch. I think that's smarter just to be able to do that. And we'll close that up. And then obviously we're going to stick this in this little pouch that's in behind it, just like so. So if you guys are interested in that, I doubt there's any links in there, but for the replay crew, if you're interested in this, I'll go back and put, once this video processes, I'll go put a link in the description, and that way you can like go get it and save some money, because I do have a discount code for you. All right, so with that said, let's see here. We got 12 people in here. I'm still drinking my brandy, apple brandy. It's my flavor of choice. And hanging out with you guys and showing you prepper gear and things like that. Is there anything that you would like to see? Because I have a lot of freaking gear. If you guys have seen the background lately in my videos, that's not that stuff is not staged, man. That is like where I'm actually like I'm using that space to like reorganize everything that I have. It's been absolutely crazy figuring out that I have so much stuff. It's like I know I bought this, and then I have to go like looking for, and then I actually go find out that I have like 20 flashlights. It's pretty crazy, you know. Beer here, but Scotch is my choice. Scotch is my choice. There you go. All right, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go get the water bin. Let me get the water bin. So as you know, this was not scheduled at all. I'm gonna have to move my drink, darn it. But yeah, this is the water bin. This is what I found so far. Right off the top of the bin, we've got a Sawyer Mini. Not a bad product, but Sawyer Minis like to jam up, which is why this one's still in the box. It's still in the container. If you're gonna buy a Sawyer, just buy a regular Sawyer. I wouldn't waste your time with the minis. Quality product. No, I don't sell them, but yeah, it's a cool product. Let's see here. What else do we have? I've got 1, 2, 3 of these life straws that are made by Practical Survival. These are extremely difficult to get your hands on. They are on their website. I don't recommend you buying them I recommend you buy them on Amazon because you can get the 5-pack for I think it's under $60. It's either the 5 or the 6-pack. I can't remember. For like under $60. These are excellent straws. I've actually done videos on these straws. I've used these in the past. I really like them over the regular life straws. They are adaptable to all of the other water gear that I use. And I like that they're packaged like this, and I can see the package. I can see there's no problems with it. We do have some like how to use instructions on it. But the bottom line is that this is something I can throw in any single kit and know that I'm going to have the ability lightweight to process any water. I'll just set those over there. Obviously, this is for backwashing, one of them. But this one wasn't actually designed to backwash. I've got to cut this tip up a little bit more. This is from an older project. These are nifty. I bought these years ago when I was really into hiking because even modern hiking backpacks have they bend their pouches that they have on each side at an angle so that it's easier for you to get the water bottle out or put a water bottle back in. It's almost becomes like an art form, right? Well, with these aqua clips, what you can do with an aqua clip, and if you're not hiker trash like I used to be, you don't know that this is hikers use this crap. Hikers don't use Nalgene bottles. Okay, hikers use these heavy duty water bottles, and if they can get water bottles that have sippy cup tops on the top of them, even more. But what you can do with these water clips is you can actually take them and clip them, let's see, right onto the water bottle. And then those little, right on the shoulder of your your backpack strap, there's always like this little slit of fabric that they've sewn across there. And you're like, what is this for? Well, it's to put things in, and this is it. And then you just fit it right in the slit of the backpack, and it just hangs on your chest. And then when you want water, you just literally just whoop, undo the bottle, and you've got water. It's pretty ingenious. I don't even know if they sell these anymore, to be honest with you. I bought like an entire box of them, and I still have 3 more. I can tell you, if you do buy them, they do not like the cold weather. These things will snap off in the cold weather like it's cool. It's just inferior plastic, or maybe they had to do it for rigidity. You hold that up there. Aqua, they got a phone number, they got a web page. Maybe they still make them, maybe they don't. I don't know. But for hiking, I swear by them. So they stay in my water bin. Let's move that water out of here. You know, obviously we've got ourselves a little bladder here. I've got to modify this bladder for the backpack that I'm going to be using to make my get home bag. A lot of these don't have, there's like a little strap inside of a backpack to hold these things in place. And sometimes the backpacks don't come with them. And some of the older water bladders, see this one, you can actually you can screw that in. Interesting. Some of the older water bladders had like a cutout right here, so it would like hook into the strap. Like if this was a strap, it would like hook into the strap and it would hang there, right? Almost like a notch, basically. But a lot of them aren't like that anymore, and you have to strap them in. But a lot of these backpacks don't come with the straps, so it's like, oh, well, how do I do this? So I literally got to like, I'm going to heat up some wire cutters and get them just like red hot, and then I'm just going to go snip, and that's going to be it. And then that way I can hook it inside. This one, you guys have seen this one 1,000. Whoa, don't go over there. You guys have seen this one 1,000 times. This is my actual water kit out of one of my bags. That's a brand new straw, but this is a water bag that you can hook to these straws. Come on now. There we go. This is actually from a company called Water Drop. I love Water Drop stuff. The bag itself, this is like a 60, if you went to the Hikers Club, this would be like a $60 bag. Not a joke. This is like something, a piece of hose you can hook to, you know, one of these life straws or whatever. But this is like a $60 bag, and you just hook this up to your, to any of one of your water filters that are, make sure you guys have this component, otherwise you're wasting your time. Some of them just have a bloop with the hose, but for the most part, these actually work out pretty well. Anywho, this is like a $60 bag, and Water Drop. You can buy this, and you can buy a filter that does 100,000 gallons. It's rated for 100,000 gallons, and these bags are amazing, man. You just drag this bag through a stream, and then you just let it gravity feed right to the filter, and you can fill up one of those drinking water bottles. You can fill up like this drinking water bottle in like a minute and a half with a brand new filter. So I swear by these. I am a Water Drop affiliate, but once again, there's no link here, so I'm not trying to sell you anything. Maybe I'll come back later. But I am a Water Drop affiliate simply for the bag. The filters work great. I've made videos about it. Zero complaints about the filters. And then obviously this is the sling for the bag to hang it from a tree, and then that's a water filter. All right, let's put this back inside here. But yeah, this is like my go-to water kits. And you can do that bag holds 1.5 gallons of water. And it's a dry, technically it's a dry bag, but if you didn't know, the interiors of dry bags are waterproof. So, oh, I really put that together badly. I may have to fix that later. And then obviously just an Nalgene bottle. This one was given to me by the Creator Collective. It's a basically YouTube contacts you and said, hey, we'd like to help you out with stuff. So I do have a handler, and they gave these out when I went to Richmond, Virginia for a meet and greet with about 50 other YouTubers. Good times, great people. And then this one is interesting right here. This is a water bottle. It's made by ETA. I'm gonna come to the chat here in a second. Synthen dirty plates. Synthen dirty plates. What's the question marks about, bro? I'm serious question. But this one's made by a company called ETA, and this one is actually their. This one will actually filter out radioactive particles. Now, obviously, water can never be completely non-irradiated, but you can get the water particles out of it. It's just a simple squeeze bottle. We got a pop open right here, so you can sucky through your filter. And then this is the actual filter down here. The whole thing comes apart, so you can actually have replacement filters. Pretty interesting. I do like the way that it has a one-way valve right there. So the filter comes in, goes through the valve, and nothing else can get in. But yeah, you could actually like carry this with you and be able to drink irradiated water. You can remove the radioactive particles from the water. By the way, if you didn't know, a Brita water filter will do the same thing. A lot of people don't know that. All right, questions about the water system while I try to put it back inside here. I will answer the ones that I can. I got to try and figure out. Once again, it's like, how did all this stuff... Oh, that's right, I forgot this one. This is another company. They make this in a soft Nalgene. It's pretty freaking awesome. The name of this company is... we're at BPA free. Where's it at? Epic Water Filters is the name of this company right here. I didn't know about the Brita. There you go. This one does metal, leads, PFACs, VOCs, pesticides, microplastics, chlorine, and pharmaceuticals. This is an amazing filter here, guys. I didn't want to take this off. You know what? I can do it this way. I'm not a super fan of this protective cap, but it is what it is. All right, so it's got the one-way valve. All right. It's got the pop-open drinking thing. It's got the drinky straw, okay? And then we're going to close that back up, and then the protective thingamabob or whatever. And then what do we got here? We got all the disclaimers and using the filters and all this different things. We've got the everywhere filter, and then we've got the every tap filter. The everywhere filter just filters like everything out of it. And then so hold on, there we go. We got ourselves, what do we got in here? We got it. Oh, it comes with a carabiner and a drinky straw for hooking up to the filter. And then hold on. Oh, there's the filter right there. All right, this is the PF. Is there anything else in there? No, there's nothing else in there. It's got a really cool design on it. I really like their logo, the OG. Let's see here. Let's see. I think this is the everywhere filter. This is the everywhere filter, EW, and the EVW X01, made in the USA. These guys are out of Colorado. I'm going to pop that back in there. Obviously, the straw is to connect to the filter. This is a nice little carabiner. It's not for climbing. It's never for climbing, man. It's never for climbing. And then we've got the black filter as well. This is, I almost don't want to open this. This is actually the black filter. This is just the every tap filter. This is like for getting all the chlorinated stuff out of your tap water. What do we got here? Metals, chlorine, industrial pollutants, microplastics, pharmaceuticals, pesticides, and PFAS. You know, so yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can't get that all back inside of here. And we're going to put this back together like this. And that on top of that. There we go. And then we're ready to go back inside the box. Because even if I never use this, I always look at these as like great giveaway items. Great giveaway items. Matter of fact, for this last Friday's live stream, I had planned on doing a giveaway of a box. It's either 5 or 6 of these that come in a box. 5 or 6 of these bad boys. But, you know, obviously, if you watch today's live stream, you know that wasn't possible. I had to make sure there was, like, no monetary issues with that one at all. Are you telling me, are you serious? Did I really just find a way? Oh, no, I'm missing a whole bag. That's why. It's like everything's fitting in here perfectly. Perfectly, man. How is everything fitting in here perfectly? And then the entire bag, my bag filter, my go-to filter is once again, how did I have all this stuff in there in the last time? It's always a question. It's always a question. What we got? Maynard showed up. What's up, Maynard Watkins? What's up, Broseph? Let me go to the chat here. Beer here looks like you could use a bit larger tote. Yeah, Rose, I picked these totes up. I got 20 totes for like $23. I'm like, I'm not complaining. And you know how it is. Whenever you buy anything from China, everything looks smaller than it really is. That's what she said. Anywho, let's see. I'm trying to get this to go back inside this plastic bag. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with fire. I hate plastic in packaging, but I tell you what, man, out in the field, I lived in plastic bag with these damn 1 gallon. I tell you what, that's an infantryman's, one of his best tools is, the 1 gallon Ziploc bag. He pretty much used it for everything. It's pretty crazy. All right, what do we got here? What about the forever chemicals? That's really hard to wrap your head around because, you have to be like, so what is a forever chemical? There are some chemicals that are, I used to work a job with Potash Core Aurora in North Carolina. And they put you through some OSHA training that is unbelievable. Like, by the way, we have a whistle, and if you hear the whistle, you better know the direction the wind is coming from, because if not, you'll probably be dead within a few minutes. Some of the chemicals that can be leached from these plants are unbelievable. But getting back on point, those forever chemicals, that's really hard to wrap your fingers around. Everybody's looking for the solution, and I hate to say it, but there really isn't one. That's why they call them forever. You can't filter them out. You can't get rid of them. They are forever. And hopefully they're not going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that answered your question, but that's the best I can do for you. All right, so what do you guys think the next bin should be? Just think of a prepper gear bin, and I'll go see if I have one, and if not, I'll just bring back one full of stuff. Full of stuff. Go ahead and put that in the chat. And I'm going to continue to sip my brandy. Yeah, the ice cube's getting smaller. As the ice cube gets smaller, it just means I can take bigger gulps. That's what it really comes down to, is just bigger gulps. All right, come on, guys. Talk to me, Goose. But the bottle, what did you put there? I don't know. I didn't know about the Brita. And then Stray Kitten says, but the bottle, is the bottle gluten-free? Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't know. Also, if you guys didn't see that spinny thing on there, we may have lost the stream. We may have lost the stream. Let me click the live button here. Yeah, we just had a little mini hiccup there. So I don't know if I'm, it's still right. See, it still seems to be running, but if I do disappear, it's because there's something going on with the internet. There's a hiccup. What is the one prep you need? Water. Absolutely water. I mean, I've done it in the past, but I'm not really a fan of it. These videos like, you got to have this right now, kind of videos, or buy these next 10 things before they're gone, or if you don't have this, you're going to die. I'm not really a fan of those videos. I have done them before in the past, but I've kind of elevated myself past them. It's just, I got no problems trying to get you guys a savings code. I've got no problem making 32 cents when you spend $100. I got no problem with it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I think it's worth my time and effort. But I don't really go out of my way to say the number one preps. With me, it's the 3 pillars of preparedness: water, food, and security. In that, it's all about what you see for your particular situation, and yeah, obtain water. Go to Walmart and buy the fancy water jugs. You know what I'm saying? When I say the fancy water, I'm saying the fancy water. Like, go down to the water aisle. If you don't have any water, go down to the water aisle. Okay, get yourself some gallon jugs of water. Don't buy the distilled stuff. Don't buy anything in a milk jug. They make bottled water that comes in like this kind of plastic. It's like durable, not that crappy stuff. And one of the ways you can tell too, see how long this cap is? An El Crapo one is probably going to be half of that, probably less than half of that. You're going to see when you put an El Crapo bottle, it's going to have it's like we have determined that we only need 0.66 millimeters of plastic to keep this thing sealed in order to get it to somebody before it bursts. You know what I'm saying? It's got to pass a bursting test. The longer this cap is, the more plastic was used, the tougher the plastic. Not a joke. The plastic on the smart water bottles, this is durable stuff. This is hikers. This is dirty hiker trash, wet dream bottle. These things are durable. But I'm saying buy the 1 gallon bottles of water, put them under your bed every 6 months. Pull them out, frickin' water your plants. Fill up your water. You know what I'm saying? Drink it. It's still good at 6 months. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are still good at a year, but the water can get a little stale, you know? Deer Park, yeah, Deer Park makes halfway decent bottles. The single bottles, they make halfway decent bottles. I've never seen a large Deer Park, like a 1 gallon Deer Park bottle, but I'm not saying they don't exist. I've just never seen one. So let's see here. Rebooted says, done with the doom and gloom videos. Yeah. I mean, I will talk about some of those subjects as how do I say this? Let me make sure I get my words right here. There are some times when people need to hear that things cannot be so great, but you're never going to hear me pulling any Canadian prepper stuff. And I say that full throated. You know what I'm saying? That guy went on a tire. I don't know what he's doing now, to be honest with you. I understand he actually has like a couple of channels where one is just about selling stuff and the other's like the doom and gloom. You know what I'm saying? I have sources. You know, it's a little bit of a joke. It's a little bit of a joke, but in the end, it's really I think that we need to do stuff that's more about helping people to save money. Like one of these things, like this product right here, this water drop. Like I said, this is a $60 bag. If you go out to like REI or something like that and try to buy something like this, it's like $60. You could pick up this entire kit with a 100,000 gallon water straw with all the tubing and everything that fits this bag for like $35. I actually saw deals during this last the Labor Day holiday where you can get this kit for $22. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of things that I want to tell people about. Those are the kind of things that I want to tell people about. I want to tell people about products that, like, is it overpriced? Maybe. Does it really work? Is it the best? Yeah, it's the best. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of things that I want to do. I don't want to talk about the doom and gloom stuff because people are already thinking about that way. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking that way already because that's why they're in preparedness. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're like into homesteading, then that's a completely different mindset. People don't go into homesteading, in my opinion, people don't go into homesteading because they're worried about the apocalypse. They go into homesteading because they want to live off the grid. They don't want to be dependent on the government. They want to do things themselves. They want to live free. And that's what homesteading is really about, in my personal opinion. Bushcraft Rebooted says, I unsubscribed to Canadian Prepper a while ago because of his channel shift to fear-mongering, doom and gloom, etc. In my opinion. I'm sorry, or is that laugh my ass off? I can't tell. I think it's laugh my ass off, but it's small text. Yeah, I did the same thing too. When there's a lot to be said for somebody who owns the largest preparedness company in Canada. There's a lot to be said for somebody who's using YouTube to sell the products that are in his store that is the largest preparedness store in Canada. Okay, it's a business. I get it. Everybody should get it. Nobody should be going, this guy's just trying to sell stuff and make all this money. He's a multimillionaire. He has his own company that sells this stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's got no Amazon links. He's like, here's the link to my $1 million store, guys. So nobody should be saying that. They should be saying, hey, this is a business, But then he started to like fuel the whole like God dang it, blue and yellow flag, the war. He started to really fuel that, and every day, sometimes twice a day, he was on there talking about the doom and the gloom and how we're all gonna die. You know what I'm saying? My sources, and look at my tactical map. I've got Johnny Josh who's telling me what these symbols mean, and he became some kind of expert. I think people really need to realize when it comes to him, and it's the last time I should talk about him, is that he is actually a trained. We'll say he got his degree from college in psychology. Okay. So he understands how the human brain works and how to manipulate it. And that's the last we'll say on that man. Let's see here. Water drop system on Amazon listed at $31.99. Ka-ching! I told you, Rose. Come on. I love Rose. I love how you check on me. Honestly, I do. I do. You're one of my favorite people on the planet. You didn't know this, but it's the truth. All right, guys. You guys, I'm looking at the. The only question I had was Dan Miller says, "What's the first tool you need?" We talked about that, water. But put in the chat, like, give me a bin to go after. Think of a preparedness thing. You know what I'm saying? That I would need a bin for. Okay, and I will go do that. Oh, Bushcraft rebooted. Any thoughts? And still, guys, don't let Bushcraft do all this. Don't make him carry the weight. Okay. What do I think about the grill filter? I'll be with you in a minute. I still need everybody to put like what they want, like which bin you want me to grab. I'm going to put this water stuff away. All right, let's see here. So my thoughts on the Grail. I actually own 2 of them with their nesting, the Pathfinder nesting cup. You can buy them on their website. This is the Geo Press. They do have, I think, what do they call it? The Nano Press or something like that. This is the smaller one is only 16 ounces. This is the larger one. Damn it, where is it? I thought they would put like the amount. Maybe this is 24 ounces or 32 ounces or something like that. But this is the actual stainless steel nesting cup. I would kill to get my hands on the titanium nesting cups that they made for these, but that was discontinued because they were losing money on it. The Grail is called the Grail for a reason. The Grail is the holy grail of water. And this is a brand new filter, so it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. The Grail is the holy grail of water filtration on the go. It's the easiest to use. The filters are easily changed. They come in 2 different colors, actually, if you just want to get like a green or black one or an orange one. I have the orange ones. They're on and off just like that. So if you had a filter that you wanted to change, it would really be that easy. One of the problems that these have is it's kind of an issue with backflushing, but it's not like a complete issue with backflushing. Also, you've got these little adapters inside of here that make it so the water only goes one way. So if you're going to backflush this, you literally have to like fill it with water and blow it through this hole, and you might get some backflushing, but not a lot because of the filter design. You could see the filter inside of it. I think I can get an angle there where you might be able to see it. I hope. I'm not sure. Maybe too many shadows. But anyway, so this is the valve that keeps water from going only one way. Push you back in there. You're being a pain in the butt. And the thing is these are all things that are replaceable too on their website. I am an affiliate for Grail, but I don't really sell it a lot because I like the idea of the Grail. Like I said, it is the holy grail of water. But they don't offer coupon codes. So, or they haven't offered me one anyway. Anyway, so, you literally just, the general idea is you fill this with water. Okay. And they just make this so that you can take it off is what it comes down to. It's got a little grippy on thing on it. It's a super duper piece of gear. And then you basically just screw that back on top of it. Sorry, if I'm taking you guys out of frame, I'm sorry, because I can't tell where anything is. And then what you do is, if you look at the top, you've got these 2 little dots. There's one there and there's one there. So this is locked. It's closed. It's like no water's going to come out of this container, right? And then what you have to do is, so you fill this with dirty water, and then you loosen this cap so that air can come out of it. I like to loosen it a little bit more than normal, but I mean, you literally, because it's going to pop off, right? You just want to loosen it enough so that air comes out of it. So because there's going to be a pressure change when you plunge this sucker down inside there, right? And then you just put it inside of there, and then that water gets pushed through the filter using pressure. And I'm going to open this up a little bit more. There we go. And they say that the harder it is to, oh, and obviously you would unscrew it now, and the water that's inside the first chamber is now clean. Glug, glug, glug. You're drinking like it's cool, or you're just going on, or you're just on the road, and then you lock it down and you put it in your pouch. Maybe you put it inside your nesting cup, your stainless steel Pathfinder nesting cup, and then you go on your merry little way. It is the holy grail, not a joke. It is the best. Okay. Like I said, I wish I could get my hands on the, because this is a significant amount of metal. All right. Hold on a second. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not because of the way these cameras work, but let's see here. Turn that on. I'm looking at the YouTubes, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see the numbers or not. Yeah, looks like you might be able to see them. So the Grail itself weighs 1.092 pounds. Okay. All right. And then the stainless steel cup weighs 0.7 pounds. Okay. When you combine them, empty, you get 1.11 pounds. Okay. So it's, I mean, in comparison, let me give you an idea what I'm talking about. And you maybe put all the water stuff away. So in comparison, and I hope this works, to my regular water kit that has a life straw, a water bag, some hose, you can see it's significantly lighter, okay? But the difference is that this can actually hold water. You know what I'm saying? You could like go up to any stream or water source that's not like super polluted. You definitely have to pre-filter it or hope that you're not drinking chemicals or whatever, right? But, you know, and then you could like filter yourself some water, take the cap off it, glug, 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 you're drinking the water, and then you could like wash, rinse, repeat, go right back to the stream and make some more fresh water to carry around with you. So that's the benefit, because it's like it's instantly done. You know what I'm saying? With this, I need another I need another way to carry water. So I may literally be like refilling this and this. And so when we combine this and this, now we're at three pounds. You see what I'm saying? So there's benefits to each one of the systems. It's just about like what you want to use is what it really comes down to. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off in case we need it later. I can just grab it. But yeah, the Grail is the holy grail of water purification, should I say. Filtration, purification, whatever. Let's see here. Any thoughts on the Grail? Dan says shelter. Okay, shelter is kind of, you know, we're starting to go into like the, you know, the 10 C's of survival or the 5 C's of survival, whichever you want to do it. They just keep adding, next year it'll be the 12 C's of survival. You know what I'm saying? Shelter is always very important, but so shelter is more of a survival thing, not a preparedness thing. And the reason is because I have a shelter. It's over my head right now. I do have tarps, but I don't need them. I have a million tents that I don't need. I'm in my climate controlled apartment right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need shelter. So shelter is not at the top of my list. But if you're looking at the hierarchy of survival, yes, it would be on your list. Most people that do the things like the bushcrafting and things like that, yes, absolutely. You know, shelter, warmth, you know, there's a lot of variables. But shelter would be high on the list. Let's see. I wish someone would make a gray versus Sheely Advance. I don't know what that is. Bushcraft Rebooted says UltraPress 16.9 ounces, GeoPress 24. Okay, thank you. 24. So 24 ounces. Gotcha. I just knew this was the biggest one they had, and that's what I wanted. Stray Kitten says, I meant a companion video of gray versus I've never heard of this company you're talking about. Am I saying that? Seychelles, like the Seychelles Islands, Seychelles Advanced. That's interesting. That's interesting. I should probably look into that, Stray Kitten. Let's see here. Tim says, "Are you still here?" Yeah, I'm still here. Am I 5x5, guys? Am I 5x5? Let's see here. Daniel says, "I think so." Tim, oops, comparison, not companion. That's okay. We figured it out. Tim says, "What's the best desiccant for vacuum sealing bags?" I have. So I've got a couple of companies that I work with, but generally, oh man, see, here's the thing. Almost all desiccant is made in China. Okay, almost all of it is. Almost everything that we produce that is chemically based is produced in China. And so it's like any other company. It's like what is it? Like survival foods. The freeze dry food. Unless you actually are working with like a made in America company, like they can show you like where the stuff is coming from. Then it's like that. Almost everything is coming out of China. So you could say that brand A is better than brand B. What I would say about desiccants is that if you guys didn't know that, what he's talking about is the oxygen absorbers. And God, I hope I got that right, or I'm going to sound like a dipstick, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But it's like when the package gets to you and it has all the little red labels have turned red already, and that means that the oxygen absorber has been exposed to oxygen for enough time to turn the little red spot red, which is bad. Basically means it's basically useless. Then yeah, I guess I would go. I guess I hate to say it, but I would just use the Amazon rating system and do it that way. Do it that way. I'm trying to remember. It's kind of late here, so I'm trying to remember the name of the company that I use for all my bags. I've actually done several videos for that company, but I don't, like I said, I don't focus on the companies. It's a really good company. All the bags are they're excellent quality, anywhere from 5 to 7 millimeter, depending on what you want to order. And I've never had a problem with their desiccants. Let's see here. Bushcrap says, but microfilament filters is not the same as purifying water. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Okay. And that's something that is constantly, it's like, I'm gonna go ahead and categorize this, and don't take it personally. I'm gonna categorize this into who cares? The so what category. Because if I pull water out of a stream, if let's say I don't have this and I pull water out of the stream, okay, and I run the water through a hanky and then I boil the crap out of it for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on my altitude, and then I let it cool down and I drink it without like messing with it, then I've technically sterilized the water. I've killed all the pathogens. So did I purify the water or did I sterilize the water? You see what I'm saying? With these filters, it's like, did I filter the water or did I purify the water? You know what I'm saying? It did run through a filter. All of the microbes and biomes have been removed. The silt, everything has been. So I've actually like gone through the process of purification. So there's all that argument is constant. It's like, is it filtered? Is it purified? Is it sterilized? You know what I'm saying? It has a lot to do with the process that it goes through. My focus is has the water been rendered safe for drinking? That should be the focus of whatever gadget that you're using. You know what I'm saying? Whatever process that you're using. The question has to always be, has the water been rendered safe to drink? I think that's the right answer. And I would hope you would agree with me on that one. Let's see here. Why Stray Kitten says, why I'm not a prepper, because I'm just trying to survive. I got you, Stray Kitten. I think we've had conversations before about like, it's like you're just trying to make sure that you get to live. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And that's what it is. And if you've got a plan and you're executing, then that's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't, You know, the time for rethinking a plan is after you've executed it and you're about 80, 90% through it. And if you're not through that, or if somebody just comes with some, you know, it's like, so I watched this YouTube video and Local Prepper says this is the best way to do this. But, you know, but a week later, he says, this is the greatest thing. This is the holy grail. Look, it's on the side of it. It's got to be the best. And then so now you switch your plan from this to this. This was so much more less expensive. This worked every single time. And all I needed was one of these bottles or something to hold water. It could be a cup. It could be a jug in your fridge. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? It could be this metal piece of kit. You know, don't do what you got to do, lady. Do what you got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds to me like that's your goal, and I think that's an honorable quest. That's an honorable quest that every human being should be trying to have on a daily basis. Okay, so I did not see anybody Roger up on like what they want me to pull off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, is this where you just want me to go grab something? Is that what we want to happen? That's right. I'm gonna force you to put something in the chat. It's too late for me to use my decision making skills. I'm like 100% like prepper survival mode. I'm just acting on the things I need to act on. You know what I'm saying? Just doing that stuffs. Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. You said shelter. You know what? Let me go look. Let me go look. I was thinking about you were saying something else. I don't know what's on that. I don't know what's on that. On the shelf. Just think of anything. Just think of anything. If it's on there, I'll bring it over. Oh, got to drink that brandy. All right, so shelter. Let me go look at the shelf. And then also, Stray Kitten says, wind up radio and see how many cranks it takes to charge your phone. Okay, hold on. Let me go see what let me put this back and go see what I got. Shelter, shelter, shelter. What is that? Trauma? No, I do not. Okay. I do not have a shelter one. But I do. Okay, so I don't have a shelter one because shelters would basically like not fit in this little bucket here. Matter of fact, of what, you know, a poncho, even folded up or rolled, might take the whole thing. I could maybe I get two or three roll ponchos in here, but so this one is actually labeled weather protection, and so this one's got a few different little things in here. And yes, I got you. So I've got these are actually pretty cool for cold weather. This one is the Reactor Extreme. It's made by Sea to Summit. It's not super expensive, but it's not super cheap. If you're ever looking at trying to make your sleeping bag just a little bit warmer without having to carry like another 25 pounds, you know, it's like they make these sleeping bags that are just unbelievably thick. And if you buy any sleeping bags that are like -20 to -40 rating, and they're ultra lightweight, you're probably going to pay anywhere from $300 to $500 for them. But you could actually go to the store and buy. I believe I actually bought this in Walmart. I can't remember. This is a liner, and this will add 20 degrees to your rating. I've used this in -20 before. It's a lifesaver. We got stuck up on top of this mountain, and the temperature went way down, like real fast. Like, my God, when we woke up in the morning, like you could put water in your cup to put on the fire to heat up, make some coffee. And the water was starting to was like freezing right in front of us as we poured the water into the cup. It was pretty insane. You literally had to like keep your cup right next to the fire, and then drink it like from the fire. It was that cold. But this little puppy saved my life. It's good for about 20 degrees inside of a sleeping bag. Also, I do have the Practical Survival Emergency Tube Tent. I'm not going to take this out, but I will open the top of it so you can see it, how it's packed. This one actually does, it's green. It does come with cordage inside of it. And the kit that it comes in that they don't even sell anymore, which is really weird, had these little miniature stakes. So I recommend, or you can make, you know, tree stakes or whatever. I don't know how this dog whistle got in here, but okay. Let's see here. We got a standard blankets. We know these 50-cent things. I bought a box of 20 of these some years ago when I made some trauma kits for my mag. So I've got that. These actually came in that what is it? Practical Survival Kit. These are emergency blankets. These are the real deal. This is the difference between a 50-cent emergency blanket and one that's like real. Okay. This one is really good. I think this is 83 by 51 inches. So not a joke. Not a joke. I got a couple of those. Let's see here. I don't even know where this came from. This is a poncho. This is like some super, like, it's just basically like a really cheesy Ziploc bag for your body. What do we got over here? This is a plastic poncho. If you ever want to see one of these, and this, you can tell like the difference. You know what I'm saying? This is and this is like, oh, this will actually keep me dry. You know what I'm saying? One size fits all, 50 by 80, so it's good size. And then I've got these red ledge ponchos. These are pretty nifty. They are clear, but they're exactly what you're seeing right there. They are much thicker than a lot of other things like this. You know, basically the emergency poncho versus the emergency poncho. Yeah, this is going to be magic. I've got a couple of those. And then I've actually got one of these rain ponchos over here. This one I would say is mid to low grade. This one's 34 by 50. But once again, you can see there's a huge difference in like a high grade emergency poncho and some of this other stuff that you might make balloon art with. And so that's that's what I have in my shelter box, because obviously none of my tents will fit into the shelter box. Let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can't fit all this stuff back inside here. There we go. And I think I put like that, and maybe this like this. I'm kind of running. You're right. I do need some bigger bins. I need some bigger bins. All right. Let's see. Let me go to the chat here real quick. When at radio, I've got that for you. Fast you are stuck. Fast shelter. Okay. Nope, you got it. Boom, that, and a bivvy. Okay, cool. And Stray Kitten says, wow, that's cold. And I think it's cold when it's, yeah, it can get pretty freaking cold when you get up in the mountains themselves, up on the mountain, especially if you get caught up on a ridge line where there's a lot of wind coming through there. It can be dangerously cold in the mountains. Let's see here. Bushcraft says, not all Mylar blankets are created equal. Very true, my friend. And Dan says, that with a fire made with liquid nails. I've never made a fire with liquid nails. That's pretty cool. I've never actually thought about that. I didn't know. Am I saying that right? Is that what you said? That with a fire made with liquid nail? I mean, are we talking about like, fire producing chemicals, or it's like, can I like have liquid nails with me and like put a goop down there and then spark that sucker and poof, it goes up? Is that what you're telling me? Because I had never even thought about that. My only work with anything even remotely like that is with the fuel cleaners. You've got the yellow and the red bottles, and one's methyl, one's ethyl. You should definitely know the one that is methyl, because if you breathe the fumes on that, it will kill you dead. People were using that to try and burn it in their tiny little alcohol stoves, saying, I'm saving some money, but I'm not buying that for a second, because I can still buy a pint of frickin', possibly a quart of alcohol from the $1.25 Tree Store. Probably get it for 99 cents at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Try it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Use in construction, drywall, and such. Yeah. Well, no, don't get me wrong. I know what liquid nails is. I just didn't know that it was like something that people like carried in their fire kit. That's to me, that's freaking ingenious. That's absolutely ingenious. You know, I make the fireballs with the cotton balls and the Vaseline embedded in, impregnated into them, pushed into them basically, and then wrap that with tin foil. And that works every single time. That'll store for like a million years. But I really like the idea of using those types of chemicals. I really like the idea of like carrying around a couple different chemicals that you mix together and you just like let them sit there and then rah! They, you know, they just kind of go crazy. I do like that idea. I do like that idea because it's just fun. You know what I'm saying? Same plus dryer lint. Yeah. Well, just remember, guys, if you decide to use dryer lint, you've got to dry out your dryer lint. A lot of people don't do that. They grab their dryer lint and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to save this for a survival situation," and they throw it in a Ziploc bag, and that Ziploc bag helps it retain all of the moisture that was sucked out of your clothes and into that dryer lint. Take it out. Let it set out for a day. You know what I'm saying? Let your dryer lint get just a little bit drier before you store it away. Otherwise, it can make it even more difficult to light. It can make it more difficult to light. All right, so what was the challenge? I'm just going to set this over here for now. The challenge was see how, like, if I, like, wind up this radio, if, you know, I keep this charged. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really do the cell phone test. How long will it take me to charge my cell phone? Do I have where's the cable on here? I'm going with a USB to a USB-C. So that would be this cable. No, that's USB-C. Well, let me look back there again. This doesn't have a USB-C on it. So I need a traditional USB-A to USB-C to charge. Let me see if I can find one real quick. I thought I was using one, but I clearly was not. What is this? Does that got a USB-C on it? It does not. Son of a bitch. Nope, that's not going to work. I'm finding the cable. Okay, so we'll use my cell phone. How long will it take to charge it? I don't know. There's no telling. I think this one's a 2500 milliamp battery. Let me open this up. I gotta take it out of the way. You don't need to know the code to my phone. There we go. There we go. And you can see all the apps that I have on there. And so I'm going to, I guess we're going to do this, even though it's charged. Even though it's charged. And then USB-C. And this is a 2.0 because it's white and not blue. That's the wrong end. I'm trying to get this in the view where you guys can see it. Come here, you. And I think that's the right one. And then we're going to plug it in. And see what, you know what, if we do that, it might tell us. So we're at 82%. And then we plug it in and see what happens. I might have it in the wrong one. I may have to push some buttons too. Turn it on. Mode. It's trying to pick up some shortwave. I might have it plugged into the wrong thing. That might be to charge it. Maybe I'm on the wrong side. This has two sides. Nope, that's for audio or something. I got this plugged in right? I don't know that it's actually putting out enough power, or this cable could be bad. It's the only one I could find. I think it's just the cable being bad. Sorry. But we still got the radio. Listening to, this is actually shortwave I'm listening to. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me put it up there. I don't know. These LCDs are, the cameras don't really like them. I'm holding it just long enough for me to see. Actually, I think you saw it better down there. Yeah, shortwave. This is the weather band. Come here, you. It's really difficult to get a signal inside here. I'm inside of a brick building right now. But I could hear it a second ago. I heard you a second ago, you sneaky, sneaky. The higher I pick it up, the worse it gets. 162.400 megahertz. Telling me about waves. All right, so I showed you the radio. It's actually a pretty cool radio. I've had this radio for a couple of years now. I think this Practical Survival still sells these. I'm not sure. But this one actually has the NOAA alert. So if NOAA says, "Hey, something's coming your way, man," this thing will actually fire up. I'm not a fan of the solar tops, but I mean they do provide a function. But I wouldn't bet your life on them. That is for sure. I definitely would not bet your life on them. They do have rechargeable batteries inside of them, but I just don't have the fingers to pull it. But anyway, so it's got a flashlight on it. Nothing magical. It's a little handle to carry it around. You can do that all day long. Challenge failed. I know, right? Yeah, because I couldn't charge a cell phone. You got me. You got me so hard. 1 point, Stray Kitten. 0 points, LP. Okay, so what else do we got, guys? What else we got? Looks like we got 16 people in here. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. It's appreciated. It's free and it's good for me, and it makes these worthwhile. It lets me know I'm doing a halfway decent job here. What else do you think we should pull off the shelf? Put something in the chat. I'm going to sip on the last of my brandy. So this live stream may not be going any further unless you participate. And it's 11:22 in the night times here. So you may be having a little bit more nighttime. Fire, Daniel. Fire. Okay. Where's the fire at? Fire. All right, just remember every time I take something out, I got to put it back in. So, all right, so what I found in my fire so far, the fire kit. A little bit of everything, actually. I just found these the other day. I bought these back when I lived out in the woods. These things are actually pretty good. They're kind of known as, I think they call them tumbleweeds. They are wax impregnated, so when you light them on fire, they will go. They're not... They work if you have a really good, like if you have a lighter, or even better, like one of those, like butane lighters, you know. These work really well. The packaging fell apart, so I put them in the old mighty, super duper powerful Ziploc bag, the never failing Ziploc bag. Let's see here, Bic lighter. We got a Bic lighter. We got another lighter. I've got a box of premium fire starters. I bought these as giveaways when I went to Prep Stock the first year. You know, it's always kind of blown my mind how people don't use magnesium anymore. It's mind-blowing. There's actually a ferro rod on every magnesium bar. You know, it's mind-blowing. And, you know, this one even actually has its own little scraping tool. But I gave these away I gave these away to adults. I was going to give them to kids, and I realized they'd be like running around, like starting fires and stuff. I love magnesium bars because you get enough of that stuff scraped off there, man. whew, it's going to set some stuff on fire. It doesn't burn long, but it's very, very intense. So it's perfect for dry wood fires. We've got some fire starting. This is called Instafire. This is basically, it's a powder, or it's chips. It's impregnated wood chips. This stuff works pretty well. You just make yourself a little, I mean, you can see the packaging, right? Just make yourself a little pile of it, light it up, and it's going to burn for a little while. So it's just one off brand. I honestly don't even remember where I got this from. So if you don't have candles in your fire kit, you're a dum-dum, because candles are made by, they make light. And also, if you don't have a lighter, another big lighter in your candle kit, you're a dum-dum. And you can use the wax for lots of different things. You can use the candle fire for lots of different things. And, you know, there's a lot to be said for lighting a candle and then moving that one flame that's going to stay lit, like until the wind blows out or you do, around the base of a fire or around your kindling to get the fire started in different spots. What's this one? This one is, this is another fire kit that I built a long time ago. A couple of Bic lighters, and I think this is Instafire. Let me check. No, this is Wet Fire. This stuff is pretty good right here. Comes in packages of 2. I've got a bag full of it right here with a couple more of these damn stiletto, what do we got here? Spin Mate lighters, you know, pretty much last forever kind of things. Great little fire kit for wet and dry weather. I can just grab it and I can throw it in something else and I've got a kit. This bag definitely needs, this bag's seen better days. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, what do we got? What do we got, guys? We were just talking about this. This is hilarious. So, a Bic lighter and wool. Oh, I'm sorry, laundry. Or what is it? Dryer lint. This has actually got like dog hair and stuff inside of it. So that's how long I had this. So I've got one of those kits. You can't say it. You can't say I'm not handy. You can't say I'm not handy. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. I think I just bought some brand new. This is another fire kit that I built. We'll go over that in a second. Another lighter with a rubber band on it. Got a couple more Bic lighters inside here. This actually came, this one and this one actually came inside of my battle box. I am really not a fan of these things. I think, God, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Why do we need armor for our lighters? Does anybody know why we need armor for our lighters? And I purposely not like open this because like when I do giveaways, if you guys didn't know, I do a monthly giveaway. It's September, I should probably give something away. But it's like, why do I need armor for my lighter? I think the only nice thing about this is there's like a protector in here. When you put the mini Bic in here, it keeps the pendulum from being pushed down on the lighter and losing all your gas. But why do we need armor for our lighter? You know, if you know, let me know in the chat. Inquiring minds want to know. And then I've got this Uber bin. This is actually one of the better ferrule rods. It's a good little ferrule rod. I've used it a few times. It's a good time. It's got a good handle on it. It throws high, like anywhere from 3 to 10,000 degree sparks. It's pretty amazing. What do we got here? I've got one of these. These things are pretty cool, but they're dependent on fuel. Also, is it still there? No, it's still there. Okay. The general idea behind these, if you've never seen one of these before, this is what they call the Forever Match. And you open this up right here, and then it has this metallic piece, this piece of metal with some thatching in it that's pressed into this tube, like the top, like the fuse of a match, okay, or the wick of a match. And then what you do is you put lighter fluid inside of this, so it's constantly inside of it, right? And then all you do is you take it out, and then you go flick, and there's like a little sparker here. You probably hear it, but you're not going to see it. It's not even working right. It's not even working right. It's basically a novelty, to be honest with you. So I found it and I threw it in the fire kit. Maybe one day I'll do something with it. But it's made by Survive. Survive. It's a novelty. I've got this Altoids can, which I plan on trying to do a video on for making char cloth inside of it. I always thought it was interesting. I'd never seen an Altoids can that opens like this to make char cloth. I'm a little concerned because of this lip right here, and because it might be like difficult to get the char cloth out. I'm not sure, but I figure, hey, what, put a pop a hole in there and let's make some char cloth. Let's see here. We got another Bic lighter. What do we got here? If you guys don't have one of these in your fire kit, you're making a mistake. It's a pencil sharpener. It's a pencil sharpener. What's inside there? It makes little flakes of wood. Interesting. It's a great fire starter. So, you can go find some dry twigs and you just crank them in your pencil sharpener, and now you have like little powder to try and get your kindling started out. Let's see here. I'm going to Kentucky Sustainable Living. What's going on, Broseph? Good to see you. Good to see you. We're playing musical. I've just been going through all of my kit and organizing it, so I have like shelves and shelves full of these bins that are full of stuff. This is the fire bin. Let's see here. If fletching arrow with wax. Okay, I fletched arrows with wax. There you go. There you go. It's multi-purpose. You should have it. Bushcraft says it's waterproof and floats. There you go. Bushcraft rebooted. It also holds the button down. Yes, so you're talking about the armor for your Bic lighter. And Daniel says if you have to fill it, it's not forever. There you go. I know, right? And also great for folding goodie powders. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Stray Kitten says, I think they used to make pencil sharpeners out of something you could use for something, but I forgot what that was for. Okay. Let's see here. Let me finish this out. We got the fire plugs here. It's a typical fire plug. This one's made by Dickstream. It burns for 5+ minutes is what it says. These are actually pretty good. I've used these before. They take a spark really well. With these right here, instead of trying to flake them, a lot of people will do this. A lot of people will like slowly twist it until it starts to give way. I don't know if you guys can see that now. It's starting to give way, and I'm twisting it as well as I'm wiggling it on it to create like an access spin. You can see where it's starting to come away there, and then you go the other way, and then do it again, and then see what happens is it starts to fray and fall apart. But I learned a trick about a year ago. It's actually easier if you just take this thing and start beating on it with a rock on another rock. It will like flare out and it'll automatically start to fray. And you'll just be able to like take your knife and go, and it'll be poof, and it's going to poof up. It's so much easier than fighting with this thing. It's like right now, this is about to come apart. You see what I'm saying? But now I actually have two ends that I could actually try and light and put them in different spots on the fire and see how it. You see what I'm saying? You want to get these fibers exposed to the atmosphere as best you can. That's the whole goal of these fire plugs. And they are impregnated with something. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's probably some wax-based polyurethane, something. But you want to get the fibers. You know what I'm saying? But these are actually pretty good. I've got another whole box of fire stuff. Well, not fire stuff, but fire starting. But you always go back to the old ones. If you don't know what this one is, you don't know what this one is, but that's okay. This is the Esbit's. This is the Esbit fire stove. And you literally just open this puppy up, you light one of these suckers and put it in the middle, and you start cooking on it. It's that easy. I always keep 4. It'll hold 4 cubes, and you just close it up. But it does have a little bit of weight. It's not super heavy. I don't know. It's maybe 1/4 pound, but when you're trying to stay light, this is not the piece. You don't want to be carrying metal around if you're trying to stay light. And then we've got this other fire kit that I built. We got a little bit of like extended 550 cord for the cordage. I love that. It's waterproof. You can see through it. And it's got a candle. It's got wet fire and a lighter. It might even have 2 lighters in there. Oh, it's actually got one of my fireballs in there too. I don't know if you can see that. There's a fireball. And I was going to open this, but it's too beautiful all by itself. Just another fire kit that I know that I can grab on the go and poof, I'm out the door. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. And you know, interesting for a survival thing, you can put it around your neck. There's a lot of things. You can put it on your belt. Look at that. So there's a lot of opportunity there. Yeah, we got this caught up in a cable. Let me unwrap that. All right. So, and then the last thing is this this Hoo stove. That's pretty interesting. I think I threw it in here because it was fire related. But it's that, other than the Esbit stove, that's the only other stove that's in the fire bin, per se. Lighters and lighters, whatever. Oh my! All right, I'm gonna need to take a sip of. I need to take a sip of the brandy. If you guys are drinking tonight, it's time to sip. Okay, so one of my followers sent this to me years ago, Mr. Frost, and this is a neat little kit. I use this for different videos. I've never really cooked on it because it's like, yeah, you know, I don't know. They don't actually make this one anymore, but they do make ones that are similar to it. It's made by a company called Hoo, and they still, I'm sorry, Ohoo. They still exist. They just don't make this version of it anymore. It does come with the telescoping bellows to bellow the fire, blow on the little coals of the fire. It does have this little, this is for alcohol. You can put alcohol in this and burn it inside of this stove. This is a partition that does not work. This was a major flaw in the design. Instructions that are, they're multi-language, but I mean, it's at a certain point, you kind of figure out how these stoves work at a certain point. There's really not a lot of magic to these things. And you basically just pull it like this. You set this over here, and then all little parts stay inside of it for different cooking needs. Set those over there. And then you just kind of set this sucker up just like this. And then you take this little bad boy right here, and you put it in at what level you want it. I'm going to put it on the lowest level, because there's actually 2 levels. I'm going to hold it up. You can see that you can put it on this level or this level. Okay. And if you had like a tiny fire, you could just use this as a fire break as well. It is vented on the bottom, so just FYI. And then this little thing right here is supposed to slide right here and stop, like right. I can't even show you. It's supposed to stop like right at the top of the tray. If you want that to work, you actually have to kind of like lean it like that, because if you just slide it into there, it goes all the way to the bottom. I'm not sure why, but that's the design they've given us. And then obviously you've got the different ways to cook. You know, this is, you know, maybe I want to cook some meat, you know, or some tiny foods. Maybe I want to do a little bit of grilling. I can put that down there, and I can like separate. I'm trying to remember how this piece works right here. That is supposed to be the, what do we got here? That is called the griddle. This is the griddle. So this is supposed to be up here somehow, but it doesn't fit up here. So I know that's bull. I know that's a bunch of nonsense, man. It doesn't fit up here anywhere. So it basically sits down here over the top of this cooking area. Why? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's so I can put wood on top of it and air still gets underneath that. That's what I'm going with. And then obviously we've got our cooking service where we can put a pot, a pan, a stove, whatever it may be, or we can transition out and we can like grill like a tiny steak. But it's overall, it's not a bad little cook set. It really is not. I did find it odd. Like I would have put like zigzags down these edges right here so that you could change the level to the flame. But that is not with how they designed it. So you get one setting and that is it. And it all fits into a little bitty pouch. I'm going to put it back together and we'll see how much it weighs, just for shits and giggles. Okay, see if I can remember that. Remember, the game is always about remembering how to put it back in the package. It's always about that. It's not about anything else. Just remembering how to put it back in the package. All right, I think I got it, guys. All right. And it actually goes back in the package, which is always a benefit. It's always a bonus when it goes back inside the package. Or inside. I better put the instructions in, or I might forget how to start a fire one day. All right. Let's break this puppy out. All right. Set there's a tear rate of 0, and it is 1.15 pounds and 0.24 ounces, or something like that. 1.15 pounds. So yeah, that's how much it. But yeah, it's a neat little stove. So I threw it in. I threw it in the fire container, the fire box, the fire bin, the bin of fire. I'll put it in there. All right, let's look at the comments here real quick. Let's see here. Great for holding goodie powders. Okay. Stray Kitten says, I think they used to make. No, we talked about that. Sorry, need to bounce. Okay, Rose, no big deal. Let's see here. Night Rose. And Dan says, oh, I have Temu, love it. Small grill is for wood. Yes, we figured that one out. I can never do that. You can never get it back in the package. Son of a bitch. Okay, guys. I've got time for one more bin. Pick a subject. Pick a preparedness. What would I fit in 20 bins of preparedness this size? You know what I'm saying? Water, food, security, something like that. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save you. I'm going to go get the knife bin. I'm going to get the knife bin. All right. So I've got a few knives here. And this isn't all of them. These are the ones that will fit in the bin. And food. Daniel, oh, you want some food, Daniel? Here. There you go. This is some of the food that was inside my bug out bag. There, we've done food. All right, but yeah, this is the knife bin. So let's see. I was saying knife. So I actually, we were going to teach a class to kids for prep stock. And I ran across these knives at Walmart for $3. Not a joke. Folding, locking, Ozark Trail, 7-inch folding knife. $3. Still haven't taken them out of the package. And I need to find out where the other ones are. Because I know I bought like 10 of them. We were going to teach kids knife safety and how to use them. And we're going to have parents sign waivers and all that crap, right? But yeah, there's 3 of those. Let's see here. There's a little hand knife sharpener. I've used it a few times. I'm trying to use the where is that knife sharpener at? My wheel sharpener. Did I bring that back in here? What did I do with that? That may be still in the kitchen. I was doing a knife the other day. I was doing a kitchen knife. But I have one of those wheel sharpeners. This is the sheath to one of my K-bars. This one is, where are we at here? This one is this is the Condor, straight out of El Salvador, not a knockoff. This is the Condor Pterosaur. This is a neat little knife. I may give this knife away because I never use it. Let me know in the chat. You think I should give this knife away? Maybe I will in the next live stream. But I do like the sheath. A lot of people don't know this. This is really tight. The sheath, this one is so tight. You can technically pull this sheath down, or you can pull this sleeve down and then spin it around so that it's now for a righty or lefty. But it's got, it's got, these Condor knives have good edge retention. The steel that they use is really good, but it's also not super rust resistant. You can see there's some right there, and the knife is oiled. If they have to oil a knife, then likely it's not super rust resistant, but I don't care about that. I'll just oil the knife. But this one has a perfect 90-degree angle for striking ferro rods. It's got a great grip on it. Let's see here. Sorry, I had to What's that? That's what she said. I promise not to tell. Well, if you might get away with it, Daniel, since you're the only one who's actually, you're the only actual one contributing here. What do we got here? We've got the Scout Feather. This is one of my new favorite knives. This one can be configured in different ways. This is a neat little knife. This is the Scout Feather. It has great gimping. It's perfect. I think I have medium-sized hands. Like I said, I'm 5'9", 200 pounds. It fits in my hand really nice. I'm not a fan of the whistle, the rape whistle, but it's a survival thing, so it is what it is. Also, a lot of people don't know that these sheaths that come with it, this ferro rod can be replaced. You can replace this ferro rod. It actually screws into this bit, this little loop right here. It screws in. And the way you get it off, and I've tried to show people before, but I kind of fudged through it, so I'm going to show it to you for real. So there's actually a tool at the end in the handle, and you put it on the ferro rod, and then without cutting yourself, it's in there really tight. There we go. You can actually unscrew the ferro rod. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Hopefully I'll be able to get it back on, right? That's what she said. And the idea is that you wouldn't take it off unless you wanted to change it, right? But the idea isn't that it's not just for changing. You can actually take the ferro rod and put it in this way, and then you have a handle to strike your ferro rod. Yeah, pretty smart, huh? Or like this, however you do it. But that's the whole purpose of the end of this knife. Now I'm going to try and put it back together real quick. I don't think it'd be a good idea to lube it up either, because I think this kind of thing needs a dry fit. But like I said, you can buy replacements for it, and then you just tighten it down. I'm not going to make it as tight as it was, because that's just crazy. That's just crazy, man. The sheath, it's a good sheath. It has a sharpening bit on it. And the clip, people complain the clip is too tight, but I am an advocate for knives falling off my belt. The only thing I don't like about it is the clip is too small. You know, I think it should be bigger, but it's screwed in, so you can actually change it to hang different ways. Also, you can do a neck hang because of the holes. Let's put this back together here. I contemplated giving this knife away too, but I kind of like it. I kind of fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so, and warranty, interesting, warranty. 10-year warranty on that knife, guys. Yeah. All right, so we're going to close that box up. And let's see here. What else we got? This is, I don't even know what to do with this knife, guys. I love my Walmart camping knife. I absolutely love it. It's so light. It retains an edge. It's not in here. It's actually in my gear. This one came inside of a what do they call those? Damn it, it'll come to me. One of those boxes where you buy like the box for the month, box of the month thing. This is like a $160 knife, man. This is these are unbelievable blade. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's got the nice scales on it. Good steel, sharp. It's got a very nice sheath that locks. Come here, you get in there. Maybe I get something in the end of there we go. Nice locking sheath. I mean, it's just this is a like a. If you had to have a professional, something you would call a professional bushcraft knife, this would be in that category. I'm going to put this back in here. The last time I put this inside of this cardboard, I forgot about the end, how sharp this knife is and how pointed the tip is, and I punched a hole in my hand. So let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. I'll pop you right back in there. We'll put the sheath right back on top of it. And this one is made by Civivi, and it's called the Cloud Peak. It's called the Cloud Peak. What do you say, Daniel? Nice full flat. I like it. Send it over. I'll test it for you. What's up, man? What does this say? Ditch Doc. Ditch Doc. Damn, are you Navy Corpsman? Are you Navy Corpsman? Doc? Talk to me, man. I want to know. I love Navy corpsmen. I loved every Navy corpsman that was assigned to me. This was just a little stupid little pocket knife that I honestly don't know where this could be a Dollar Tree pocket knife. There's no name on it. It's got a little clip. Looks like it could be reversible. It's a single pin. It's got a back lock on it. I mean, it's not a bad look. It's like a little throwaway knife. Oh, let's see. Mora. You want a Mora, huh? 25 years. Nice, dude. Freaking nice. Good for you. That's great. This, if you guys have never seen one of these, you know, it's like you see these all over the place and you're like, oh man, how do they really work? And this is a knife sharpener. But this thing is like the transformer of knife sharpeners. So you've got different ceramics that you can use on it for different edges. You just rotate the little thingamabob over here. You got a tiny one that you can do different stuff on. This is more for like doing serrated blades. And then you've got your diamond rough and your diamond fine. And then you've got your leather strap, but I never knew about this, right? So first of all, you've got a 20-degree guide and a 15, or no, they're both 20s. I didn't know that. I thought one was 15. 20 guide, 20 guide. Yeah, they're all, so it's only 20 guide. So if you don't have a 20 guide, never buy one of these. This one's made by Work Sharp, but I didn't know about this. I had no idea that these plates pop, though this plate pops off, is magnetic, right? And it actually has like, I think these are instructions, but I never wanted to open it. I had no idea like this opened. I had to go find a video like to show me how to use this thing. I can't even remember where I got this, but I don't think I paid for it. Yeah, so sharpening knives. This knife actually came in a kit. I'm trying to remember the name of the company. I did a review on it last month. But this is not a bad little, I would say at the minimum, camping knife. This is made by Dispatch. It's got, the grip on it is really good. There's no blade gimping. There's handle gimping. So if your hand is small enough to use it, then great. But I didn't like the whole double blade, you know, non-serrated and serrated. I'm just not a fan of it. The sheath is, it's not great, but it's not super bad. I feel like I could snap this right off if I really wanted to. So maybe this would be a great knife for like your kids or something. Another pocket knife just cause. I'm not sure where this came from. I think we should all have like knives that we just don't do anything with because who cares, right? This goes to a multi-tool that I put inside of my get home bag. That's what those are. I didn't want to carry them around. This is actually one of the Bear Grylls knives that you could buy from Walmart. These are great, but I hated that they were bright orange. Everything about this whole system is freaking awesome, except for it was freaking orange, so I spray painted it green. Spray painted the whole thing green. It's a great little knife. It's a great little knife. It's got a great sheath on it. It locks into place. And the funny thing is so it actually has its own ferro rod. It has its own little ferro rod that does work. All right. But watch this. A lot of people don't even know this about. They see these in the stores and they're like, what is that? So if you undo this strap right here, the whole thing comes apart. And now you have a sharpening edge. You can actually like sharpen your knife. It's a knife sharpener. A lot of people have no idea it's even there. It's kind of funny. Then you just flip it right back up and yeah. You're Bear Grylling it like a crazy man. And then I had it attached to something some way. Oh shit, I moved the camera. Yeah. What do we got here? This is, so utility knives. I think that people should have like lots of utility knives that they can just throw away. Because God knows you don't want to be like using this cold peak and like do something stupid. You can pick these up at Walmart in the fishing section right next to the bank line for like $2. And you got yourself a little fishing knife. You know, and it weighs nothing. It weighs nothing. It has its own sheath. It does clip on. It weighs nothing. Why not, right? Another little pocket knife. I think I picked this up at Walmart as well. I don't really remember. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a flipper, but it's got some pretty good gimping on it for being such a small knife. All right, we've got that. And then we've got this one right here. This one is actually Ozark Trails. This is a neat little knife. Honestly, I don't remember where I got this from. But this is a great little hand knife. It's got a nice spine on the back of it. It's got good gimping on it. And it's not aggressive gimping, so it's not going to like a jam you off if you put some real pressure on it. The handle, I really like the handle. It's somewhere between rubber and it's pliable. You can feel it. It really does kind of fit in your hand very well. The sheath is not super great. I don't really like the sheath, but it's wide enough for a thick belt, and it stays on. And there's some reasonable retention. This is the newest one. I had to have this one. I had to have this one. This little Ozark Trails survival knife. Bright orange. No, just a standard edged blade knife. The top of it is kind of, I can probably like hit that on the grinder and fix that. It's got gimping built into it in the handle. It's right here. Built-in gimp right there as well, and gimping right there, so you can get like your whole thumb on it. The side lock, some people don't like them. I don't mind them as much as long as it locks. The clip is reversible. It is not a flicker, but the clip is reversible. And I just thought to myself, how many pocket knives have I lost? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really like this orange one. I really like this orange one. And I do have a new... So my girlfriend bought me, and I'm not putting it in the box yet because I haven't decided exactly what I want to do with it yet. But my girlfriend actually bought me a new pocket knife just this last week. Just this last week. I'm going to get it. I'm going to show it to you right now. Hold on. Whoa, don't fall over to me. Drop the knife. All right, so she bought me a Vetronox pocket knife. This is a neat little knife. I really like this knife. I told her I wanted it, so she bought it for me. It opens really, really well. I do not like the way this thing closes. I feel like I'm going to cut my finger off. And no, this is not a fake, guys. This is the real deal. Where are we at here? Made in Sweden. Is it Sweden? Swiss made. This is basically like the go-to. There's one better than this one. I think it's called the Commando or something like that. But this is just a beefy knife. Look at that freaking blade, man. What I don't like about this is it has the feather, or the leaf, the metal leaf locking. There's no way to get your hands on it. And you got to like stick your fingernail in there and then move it over and then slowly move the blade so that you don't like slam it on your hand. It's crazy. It's crazy how that is. But I do like it because it has that. It has the full-sized saw. This thing is like, it's not, you know, I hate these survival knives that have a saw that's like that long. It's like, what are you going to do with that? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. We got the corkscrew because we opened lots of bottles of champagne in the bush. But I have seen uses for this corkscrew in the bush. If you know what they are, put them in the chat. And let's see here. What else do we got? Is there anything else on the back of this thing? I thought there was. Yeah, we've got our leather awl, or we'll just call it our awl. You know, for sewing leather, punching holes in things. And then I think that's, no, that's right. We've got our flathead. And we've got our bottle/can opener. This one's actually bladed. Yeah. Don't forget, we have the mighty tweezers, which hopefully won't fall out. I've had Swiss Army knives where they just fall out. And then don't forget the toothpick, because you've got to like know how to pick your teeth in the field. But yeah, that's the newest. You guys have seen the oldest. That's the newest one. Let's see here. Let's see. Daniel says, I own and love Walmart Doxist. I got to scroll up, dude. I got to scroll up. Shit, you guys are putting some stuff in the chat here. Tap. All right, let's see here. Whoa. Hello from Western North Carolina. Lamps Light. Hey, brother, I haven't seen you in like forever. Yeah, I love the country up there in Western North Carolina. I think the further you can get into that little point at the end, where all of the states come together, the better. Well, let's see here. Let's see. I hate any knife with teeth on the blade. Yes, the serrated. knives, they have their purpose, you know, like cutting steak, but that's really about it. That's really about it. Let's see here. Unless it's a bread knife. There you go. Sharing's this Shurong stone. Okay. I like that one. The Redneck Prepper, good to go, bro. So paint it, bro. Yeah, I mean, I've painted knives before. It's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. They got the Walmart stuff. I saw a stack of those the other day and was so close to buying one. It's in the Benchmade knock. It's the Benchmade knockoff. Man, if you can get knives, you know that I hate to say this, but there are so many knockoffs products out there right now that are 9/10 as good as the original thing. That's how good they are. You know, it's crazy. And a lot of the steel, it's like so a lot of people gave me crap for it, and I might actually have it out here someplace. No, I put that away. Where's that pack at? Where's that pack at? I'm walking in a circle looking for a pack. Where the hell's that pack at? Oh, it's right there in front of me. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Hold on. I'm going to show you the knife that I get so much crap for. If it's not buried. Okay, so officially, this is my favorite knife. This is my favorite knife in the Forevers. In the Forever and Evers, this is my most favorite knife. It's made by Ozark Trails. And it's labeled the 11-inch camping knife. This is basically a Gerber knockoff. Okay? As you can see, it's got some wear and tear on it. It's got a great spine on it. It's got great gimping. I'm not a fan of these little finger holds because they're always way too close to the edge of that blade. I think that the edge of that should always be nubbed down, but that's just me. It's got the, I'm trying to remember the name of the wood they made this out of. This is a hybrid wood. It's so weird. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I can't. They made these scales with. I have been using this thing for years. Never had a problem with it. Tip, never broken off. Not a single, there's a little dent in it, like right there. There's a little dent. The sheath, plastic and locking, drains with water. Double sewn, it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? This is my favorite knife. I got a lot of crap for that. Because they're like, whoa, the steel is this and the steel is that. And so I did the research, and the steel that they use to make this knife is the same exact steel that they use to make all of the Gerber knives in this class. Not a joke. Most of the steel that are made that they're using to make knives comes out of China. It's just that easy. There's really no way around it. So, I mean, unless some guy like custom made a knife out of a leaf spring or something, it's the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I call a light. This knife is so light. You know, hold on a second. Hold on one second. All right, so we'll do just the knife, right? We're going to take this. This is, when I bought this knife, it was like, I want to say it was like $12. I think it's like $18 now, right? Maybe it's 21. I can't remember exactly. We're going to do the Cloud Peak. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic. Plastic weighs nothing. We're going to do that. $160 knife at the time. Let's just say it's $18 knife, okay? So this Cloud Peak, 7.79 pounds. I'm sorry, no. 7.79. It's just, you know what? Let's change the units. Fluid ounces, milliliters, grams. Let's do it in grams. Let's do a little cocaine math, okay? So 221 grams, this knife, right? Magical. So the amount of steel that's getting used in it is almost identical to the $60 knife or the $160 knife. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. The price, the math, the amount of money that people will pay for a high-end knife. And don't get me wrong, if the steel's all the same, does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? Did you pay for more for some kind of nitrile coating, or is the sheath made of leather? I get it. I really do. But this knife has been through everything with me. and it's never failed me. It's got one little dent in it because I beat the crap out of knives. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Let's see here. It looks like Osage Orange. I know the name of this. It's Pacaw. I think it's called Pacaw wood. Let's see here. I would buy that. I have made those. There you go, Ditch. There you go. Let's see here. Heat treated matters more than steel type. That's how they skimp on it. I got you. I got you. Well, I can tell you that this thing, I beat the crap out of this knife. There's actually a video where I tested this knife. Let's see here. Tucson Prepper, what's going on, bro? They're okay. I have a guy that makes mine for me locally. Hey, I think that's great, man. I think that's great. Absolutely great. I don't have that guy. Daniel says, purity. Let's see here. Ditch says, this is a metal finger guard on the Civivi, so less steel. I got you. Tucson Prepper says, my EDC was about 150 and rocking it for 60 years. Yeah. There's no doubt the quality of the knives. There's none. But like I said, I get so much crap for this knife. I really do. I mean, does your wife know you paid $160 for a knife? You know what I'm saying? That's the real question of the night. That's the question of the night right there, my friend. Okay. All right, guys. Listen, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. We've been doing this for, I think, 2 hours. I want to say 2 hours. My stomach hurts. I need to finish this off. Yep. Ready for bed. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door. Because it's free and it's good for me. Yeah, I think I'm out of words. I hope you guys have all a great. Wait a minute. There's a season. There's a reason it's called Ozark Fail. You're so mean. Why are you so mean? You don't be mean. Don't be mean. Come on, man. Don't be mean. No. Anyway, hope you guys have a great night, and hopefully I'll see you soon enough. Stay safe. Have a great evening, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. This may take a second because, like, this is a beat-up cell phone that's on a weird stand that I have to, like, push some buttons on that I can't even see. Man, this phone is... It reconnected. Sorry, guys. I got to find the button. We'll talk to you later. Good night.